Okay, cool. Well, good. I'm glad you have your friends. That's good. Beautiful sun. Why? Game, I need a thunderstorm. I don't need rain. I need lightning. That's a lot of damage. We're going to need a lot of flex tape. Are we? It's a lot of damage. It is a lot of damage. You're not wrong. Also, the computer's outside. Okay, we got goat cheese, we got truffles, we got milk. Did we get no we did not. Okay, cool. Large egg. Look how many positions you can have for chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can have 12 chickens in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can have 2 more chickens? My god, so many chickens. Okay, so that's going to be ready tomorrow. 6 more days. Got an oak tree. Ain't nothing ready here. When do sturgeon appear? I know we need a thing that I don't have yet. We need sturgeon. Because we need caviar. How do we get... We need green tea. We need caviar. Those are 2 things I know I can get right now. I also need rabbit's foot, but that's a different thing. Green tea is a keg using tea leaves. Caviar is from sturgeon roe. Sturgeon is caught summer and winter. Or we can have magic bait, which we can't get anyway until we get to Key's recipe room, like on the thing. But we need sturgeon. That is a thing. So that'll be summer. So. Oh. Let's move this up just slightly. What are we at as far as 215? We're almost there. My God. We could have it by the end of today. If only there was actually stuff to pick up off the ground in the middle of a rainstorm. As soon as our foraging is up to level 10, we'll have maxed that out. Cool. Don't know where that salmon berry came from. Just kind of popped into existence. 183. Rosen, would you believe that we're over 50% done with this game? Like, out of everything that you can do in the game, what the game considers to be complete, we're over 100, we're over 50, I think like 55%. Yeah. We are at, I will check it at the beginning of the next day. Yeah, we did a lot of recipes actually, in one go. Because a lot of the recipes are super quick to do, it's just I was being lazy and not doing them. I think if I chop down a few more trees actually, like chopping down a few trees will get it for me, so. $32. 19. 6. We just need to pick up a couple items. If we pick up like 1 or 2 items, we'll have it. The rain's getting real bad. I wish it were a thunderstorm. So we're at 6. Did it. We are now level 10 foraging. We have maxed out everything. It took over 60 hours to do it though. Like this game file's been running for a while. I'll actually read some statistics off when we get to the next day. Make hero elixir, 10 slimes. I don't think hero elixir is actually a thing that we can get for the base game. We're only trying to get base game stuff, so. Day's gonna be a bit boring, seems like. I need to go get clams and I need to get not mussels. Oh, you can't date her. Oh, that's sad. The game just won't allow you to do it. She's not one of the base people that you can date. As much as that would be fun, you just can't do it. Today's also just gonna be a slow day, so. Where are you going? Joe just closed. Speaking of which, Joe just closed. The missing bundle. Wine. Dinosaur mayonnaise, prismatic shard, caviar, ancient fruit. So we need at least. I need a keg. I need a keg temporary. I need recipe chest. Can I have? I need to go to my keg. Oh no, it won't. It won't work. Yeah, it has to be at least silver. Can I go to my food or fort? I need to go to my farmhouse. At least one of these. Okay, go to the farm. I need to go to the seed maker actually real quick. I need to go to the keg. One of these has to turn into silver. Nope. Okay. Yeah, there's a list of people that you like. The game does not like making into anything that you could use, basically. And if you don't follow it very closely, the game gets really, really mad at you. Coconut wine. Coconut wine's a thing? Why? Why is coconut wine a thing? Either way, keg. Come on. How do you make... Okay, wine. Why not? Why not? Oh, wine can be placed out of cask. Okay. Okay, so I want to change because it takes 2 months. I don't want to wait 2 months, so cask is going to be at max. We need a... I know I saved some stuff just for this. We need 1 of those. 5 of those. Okay. If I can get a void salmon. Void salmon. Rosen, who would you marry in this game if you could? I know you own it now. So who would you marry if you could marry anyone in this game? So we need caviar, which involves sturgeon. Probably Sophie, I want to cosplay, buddy. Okay, out of everyone in the game, not just like the marriage candidates, because I know Sophie's like an extra candidate. Also, she's perfect. Can I have a... I need a chest. Blackberry wine. It's salmonberry. It sells for shit. This cat needs to get out of the way so I can leave. No, Sophie is pretty cool. You can't just, you know, it can't do that. Salmonberry wine is just salmonberry wine forever. Actually, I should, if I can. Oh man, it goes up to 30G instead. Okay, cool. So now we either need caviar or we need ancient fruit. We need them to be gold. Anybody else you'd marry? so we still need 10 of those. I need a dump chest, like a proper ass dump chest. Should I show you all the characters in the game? I have to get to know them first. That's fair. I think you would really enjoy this game if you started playing it. Apricot, cool. Keep that one. Keep that one. If I had to guess a character for you, though, I'd probably, honestly, besides Sophia, I'd probably honestly throw you for, either Penny, maybe Maru. As far as the guys, I might throw you for Shane. You might have fun with Shane. Shane is who the community called their little drunk boy. Because he almost drank himself off the side of a cliff. You know, as one does. So, everyone has 8 hearts right here. So, Abigail, Penny, Haley, Emily, Maru down here, and Leah are the... anyone else? No. Those are all the single people that you can marry in the base game. I've got some other people added on. Don't worry about them. But you have Abigail, Penny, Haley, Emily, Maru, and Leah. Abigail just wants to be an adult. She wants to get away from her parents. That's what she wants. Her parents are kind of doting on her. Her father, Pierre, just wants to run the store and wants her daughter to be a good little girl. Her mother, Caroline, has had some adventures in her life. Just kind of how things are. Also, that whole purple hair thing. Penny's mother's a drunk. She just wants her mother to stop doing that. And she also wants to take care of the children down. She is the teacher of the children. If you ever need to look for her, she's either reading a book, she's hanging out with Maru, or she's tutoring the children. Haley moves into town after her and Emily's parents die through some series of events that are not that are mentioned in game, but it's kind of spoilers if you get in here. Their parents are gone. No, their parents are not gone. Sophia's parents are gone. That's what I'm thinking of. I believe their parents are still alive. That's what it is. Their parents are like on a business trip. That's what it is. Aliens, so Emily's parents are on a business trip. They're not dead. Can't say the same for everyone else. Haley moves into the valley. She is a girly girl. She just wants to be a fashionista, and she hangs out with Alex because he's a sports boy, and he wants to be real cool, and they hang out together, and Alex is hot, and that's the whole point of her process. And she goes from being a royal bitch to, like, actually thinking about stuff, and thinking about, things aren't so bad in the valley. I need to slow down to match the life that is going on here. And then she gets into photography. Emily's a hippy dippy. She's real fun. Believes in psychotherapy and all that stuff. And she wants people to be their true selves. Her 8-heart event is her having a clothes therapy kind of thing, where be the person you really want to be but aren't allowed by society. Let your hair down, in other words. She is pursued heavily by Clint. Clint is too much of a pussy to ask her out, and resents you after a little while if you do ask her out. Fun. Maru... Oh god, what's Maru's story? Maru is a science kid. She just wants to be accepted by the world, basically. Her father married another woman who has a child, Sebastian. So Sebastian and her are step-siblings. They are around the same age, and she just wants to kind of feel accepted by society for being smart. Her Tin Heart event, she launches a space shuttle, I believe, or a satellite or something. I've actually never played it, so I don't know. Leah is an artist who just wants to experience nature as it is, as it experiences itself. And so she moves out into the country to do that. She starts getting into art, and then you find out that she moved away from the city because her ex was following her and stalking her. And then you get into a fight with them, with their ex. Their ex always matches whatever gender you are. So if you're a female trying to date her, her ex will also be a female. It's fun that way. Then you tell them to get fucked, and they leave. And she also makes you a sweet piece of art if you ever like become friends with her, just in general. As far as the guys go, Shane is Jasmine's godfather. He is Marnie's nephew, I believe. I believe that's what it is. He's related to Marnie in some way. He lives with Marnie. He drinks himself almost to death because of what happens to Jazz's parents, and he just can't stand himself living. Basically what it comes down to. And then he tries to work himself to death and try to drink himself to death. And through his process, you make him better. You quote-unquote fix him, even though you're not really fixing him. There's a cutscene where Jazz finds him drunk on the floor and almost dead, and he tells Marnie that he has no reason to live anymore, and then Jazz walks in on that conversation, and it breaks his brain. It's real fun. Sebastian just wants to be accepted as a nerd. And he wants people to see his job as a real job. He codes at night. He's a freelance programmer at like 2 in the morning, and his mother keeps telling him to get a real job, even though he makes more money than her. Find that one out. That one's fun. Yeah. He's also friends with Abigail and Sam. Sam is stuck between being a... Sebastian's great. Sebastian is really cold to you. Then you find out he's just a nerd who wants to play D&D and just be himself and wants his mother just to leave him the fuck alone. He loves his mother. He loves his stepfather. But he really just wants to be left the fuck alone most of the time. He's like the hardest character to become friends with when you first start out, and then you learn his routine and you're like, oh, okay. Sam wants to be a rock star. At the same time, his little brother's looking up to him. At the same time, Vincent's looking up to him. He just wants to be a rock star. And, like, they're all worth it, let me tell you. Like, to learn what their actual stories are and to learn, like, their intricacies and, like, who they are as people. Like, this game makes it worth it just by how it feels to do that kind of stuff. Sam is a rock star who wants his brother to also, like, look up to him as a person. He is best friends with Penny, and he sees what she's doing with the children, and he kind of envies that a little bit. Internally, he envies that. And, like, Sam, he wants to be a rock star. He's trying to make a career out of being that. He's trying to make a career out of just, like, being friends with people. And his whole like arc is basically him getting his band off the ground. He's great, though. His music's actually pretty good. You play some of it. Harvey's the town doctor. He has to see everyone and all of their problems. He wants to be an airline pilot or a jet fighter. That's what it is. He wants to be a jet fighter, and he has like a lot of respect for that idea. eventually you'll see things with him that are just like, yeah, I'd really like to do that. So I'm a ham radio operator. He's cute about it. I forget if he grows a mustache or not. At some point he grows a mustache. And you can also have it removed. Elliot is a book writer. Alex, his parents are no longer around. His grandparents take care of him. Elliot is literally the most boring character in this game. Go for it. Have fun. Elliot is a book writer. Yep, that's it. Man, that's all I got. I really should look up the wiki for this. Elliot's Elliot. Moving on. God, he's friends with Willie and Lily and Leah. Anything else? He's literally just trying to write a novel. He's a bit of a romantic. Yeah, that's about all I got actually for him. He doesn't have much attached to him. Like even his Stardew wiki page doesn't have much attached to him. He's a romantic. That's pretty much all I've got for you. Super boring. Anyway, Alex, on the other hand, his parents are no longer around. His grandparents are taking care of him. He wants to leave the valley in the same way. I guess he's there for the player to decide. No. All the people are pretty much decided. He is a romantic writer who just wants to finish his novel, and at a point you become his muse. But he doesn't have the impetus that Leah has, where someone is literally coming into town to fuck with you. At least Leah has a reason to fight someone. Elliot's just boring. So Alex lives with his grandparents. He wants to be a sports player because it'll help him leave town. He can get a scholarship and get the fuck out of here. And then as his story continues, he kind of realizes that, oh, my grandparents just love me and want to do the best for me, and I probably should stick around to help them out because they did so much for me. And then you start learning about his parents. And you realize, like, oh yeah, his parents loved him. His parents wanted the best for him. And that he's always been loved for his life. And he's been a punk-ass teenager who just kind of wants to leave. Elliot has a full, they all have full storylines. It's the problem between, whether that full storyline is worth playing through or not is the issue you start running into. And Elliot, Alexa married him, and Alexa told me he was the most boring character she's ever played in any video game. Just because his entire thing is, I'm a writer, do. Look at me. His entire storyline is, I'm a writer. I'm trying to write a book. Okay. Cool. I wish you luck. At no point do you actually feel like, oh yeah, Is Elliot the kind of writer at a Starbucks looking busy in public? Elliot's the kind of person to write a bunch of blank text on a keyboard, on a laptop at a Starbucks in public. And then at the end of the day, he erases half of it because none of it makes any sense to start with. That's the kind of character Elliot is. My magnet ring started working again. Why is my magnet ring working again? That's weird. How many more of you I got left? 89? We got 11 left. Use squishy sounds. Use squishy sounds. Cool. We have 10 more left. Rosen, I can't wait till you play this game and like start getting through it. You'll be able to join in conversations with Alexa and I about this game. Just like, oh yeah, this character has issues. What are those characters' issues? Oh man, if I could only tell you. There's not enough time for that detailed report. Okay, almost there. Drink the energy tonic, thank you. Oh man, I can't wait for the first time you play this game and you get to one of these mines and you're like, what the fuck's going on in here? We're having to fight one of those for the first time. We're having to get Omni Geodes. Omni Geodes are like tracking your Geodes is probably one of the most annoying things you have to do in this game. Just trying to figure out where you are as far as geode count is. Because collecting in the base game, there is no thing to like automatically track that kind of stuff. You just have to do it on your own. Yeah? It was a long time ago. Okay, 7 more. Rosen, why don't we start making more quotes with you in them? That way it's not just me embarrassing myself. My god. What the fuck? Game. Game. Calm the fuck down. We got a rabbit's foot. Fuck. Yeah, Breezy, you've been here for over 2 years now. Did you not realize that? Making you feel old? I do his work. It's all a blur. Not gonna lie, it makes me sad. Well, you know what? You come play more games with us, and we'll talk about that. I have told you what my business opportunities are. You learn how to video edit, we'll talk. Oh, that's a lot of twos. 2 years, 2 weeks, 2 days. All you need is the 2 months. So in exactly 2 months, in February, you're good. When did you start following me around here? Was it when I was playing Final Fantasy 15? Because you came from Kelly Eden. I will still never understand why some people stick around and other people don't. You know what? I'm happy for those that do. You learn some really interesting stories. Okay, I've 39 of you fuckers left. Kelly doesn't stream or upload on YouTube, but I hear she's busy on Patreon. Is she doing inappropriate things? Like, man, when she was streaming, I was a little concerned about her. Wasn't her, like, main income stream YouTube? She has life experiences that Twitch and YouTube would censor and demonetize. I mean, considering the shit that I talk about. There's also a certain amount of I just don't care. I believe it should be a free and open platform to talk about your experiences. If that's what you're going to talk about. It's your channel. Do what you want. As long as you're not, like, promoting some shit. Which is, like, a very specific genre of stuff, so. But it also might be because I'm a guy, so a little bit bit of sexism there at work. The last two. We did it. I heard her on YouTube looking for advice on dyeing hair color pink, then stuck around. I don't know at the time, but related to her struggles. Ah, it's all good. We all find each other in weird ways. Weirdest thing about the internet. You never know where you're going to find someone. Why are there so many zombies on this, mummies on this level? I have red cabbage. Yeah, at least our Patreon's doing well. That's what matters there, I suppose. Can I have more of those idiots then? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I'm going back home. I'm not sticking around here for things to turn bad. Return to Stardew Valley. Yes, return to the valley. At the rate I'm going, I might actually just be able to get through this season. Not that that was my plan. I was planning on streaming something different. Though at this point, I mean, I think I might just rush the end of this game just to get to it. As much as you can rush the end of this game. But yeah, I think I might just like rush the end of this game as fast as I can. Well, as fast as the game will allow me. Monster drops. So our next game after this has already been decided, but I don't know anything past that point. Food and forageables, put those in there. I keep forgetting to put this in the furnace. Rosen, what's the first game you're streaming on Twitch? Good.